And we have head coach Kellie Harper up here. We'll start with a couple minutes of opening statements from her, and then we will open questions to the student athletes. So, Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, it's always hard every year when you play that last game. You never know when that last game is coming, and it's always so abrupt. So it's disappointed that we don't get to keep playing basketball because this group has been so much fun to coach and work with every day. But Louisville's really good. They're tough on both ends of the court. We needed to play with a few less mistakes on both ends of the court. You've got to make your free throws. You got to be low turnover. You got to finish around the basket, and we didn't do that enough. But I'm really proud of our team. They don't have any quit in them. They're going to fight and cut it to 2. Gave ourselves a chance there in the fourth quarter. Love them for that. Love them for their competitiveness and how they have represented the Lady Vols. I'm just really proud of them.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions here. We'll have approximately 8 minutes for that. We have student athletes Jordan Walker and Rae Burrell. So let's open the floor for questions. Okay, let's go ahead and go right here in the front.
I've had so much great experiences here, and I've built so many great relationships, and I get to be a Lady Vol for life, and that means a lot to me. I've been here for 4 years, and it's been a great ride, and I'm just very grateful for my team and the people that have helped me along the way.
Okay, let's go ahead and come over here.
This is for both of you, Coral Hall with Knoxville News Sentinel. I know it probably doesn't feel this way right now, but is there still kind of a sense of pride in being able to reach a Sweet 16 for the first time in 6 years after what this team has been through and how the season ended?
Yeah, there is a great sense of pride. Only 15 other teams get to be here and get to have this opportunity. So for us to be one after all that we've been through this season, it says a lot about us and who we are and what we do on the court. So it's still a sense of pride.
Yeah, like what JoJo said, it's an honor to be here. Like she said, only 15 other teams was here, and we haven't been here in a minute. So we're just very grateful to be here and honored to be able to play.
And I feel like, to add to that, we've earned it. We've earned the right, to be here this season. Even with all that we've been through, we earned the right to be here.
Okay. We have a question on Zoom. Maria, go ahead.
Maria Cornelius, 247 Sports, Tennessee. Rae, TV pointed out an interesting fact about your freshman class. You were part of a freshman class of 4, and you're the only one who stayed and made it this far. What made you stay at Tennessee and believe in Kellie Harper?
I made a commitment, and I was going to stick to it and stay loyal to the program. When Kellie came in, she came in national championship, so why wouldn't I want to stay? And she really showed me that she knows what she's talking about, and I really wanted to follow her lead.
Okay, another question right here.
You guys know this very well, but with the injuries you faced, you had a lot of reworking in the last stretch of the season. What can you say about Kellie's leadership through all that and what that meant to you guys finishing out the season like this?
After Kean got hurt, we made these little keys. What was it? Key to?
Yeah, just a little key can open up a big door.
Oh yeah, a little key can open up a big door. So she just made sure that we stayed together and that no matter what the adversity that we went through, that we were gonna be okay because we had each other.
Okay, let's come over here.
Hey Jordan, this is for you, Kelly and Sits WATE. Is this, I know it just happened, but is this a type of loss that you guys will use with you as motivation for next season, do you think?
Honestly, right now, we're still processing this one. I know personally it kind of hasn't hit me yet. Otherwise, it'd probably be a lot of tears. But yeah, I think still just processing this one.
Go ahead.
Rae, this is for you, just for clarification purposes. I know you went through senior day and all the ceremonies, but was this your final game in orange and white?
I mean, yeah, same as Joe. I'm just processing everything, and I'll get those decisions made later on.
Another one on Zoom here. Maria, go ahead.
Jordan, you've already said you're coming back. Obviously, Alexis Dye is out of eligibility. Kean Green is out of eligibility. How hard is it to say goodbye to those seniors after what they have meant to the team this season?
Yeah, honestly, it's like I said, still processing it, and I know they're going to be around, for a minute, till graduation and all of that. But it's still just really hard because, those are your girls. Like, you go out every night, you fight with them, and just the relationships on and off the court, you're going to cherish those for a lifetime. So just to, think of not playing with them, it's hard. And so just because of the impact that they've had on this program and, what they brought to the team. So honestly, I don't know if I have words for it right now, but I know that that's going to be a little bit hard for me.
Okay, let's go ahead. Bring it over to this side right here. All right. Other questions for the student athletes? Going once? Okay, we'll go ahead and dismiss the student athletes. I'd like to thank them for coming up here, fielding questions. Go ahead and return. Yeah, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Sure. We'll make sure we get the rest of your team. Okay, we'll open the floor to questions for Coach. We have approximately 10 minutes to field questions for Coach Harper. So we'll open it up. Let's go ahead in front.
Hey, Coach Kellie Harper, WAT. I know you talked about it on lengths and about how proud you are of this team, but now that the season has come to an end, just how proud are you of their fight and they never quit?
Yeah, it's sometimes when you're in the middle of it and, you've got something you're still playing for, it's hard to really reflect on what this team has been able to accomplish and not just what they've done, but how they've done it. And I'm so proud of what they've done and what it's looked like, how they've acted, their attitude and love for each other. It's just been really special. It's been a lot of fun to coach. They have they've been really good, and I'm proud of what they've done.
Okay, let's go next. Person next to her. After that, we got one on Zoom.
Madison Hogg, WBIR TV. Coach, we obviously see it from the second level, how tough this team is and all the injuries that they've dealt with and fought through. But can you tell us just how tough this team really is?
Yeah, on paper, I'm not sure we're supposed to cut that game to 2 in the fourth quarter. But you don't play on paper. You play with players that are out there just fighting and clawing, and I feel like that's what we've had to do all season long. They had to learn how to be a top 5 program. They had to learn what it was like to have a target on their back and be able to bounce back from that and recover from that. Toughness is not just the physical. More importantly, it's the mental and the emotional toughness that this group had. It's a long season, and from top to bottom. I'll give you an example. Caroline Striplin, I thought she was fantastic today. And she didn't get a lot of minutes early in the season. And that kid, her and Kaya Wynn, got in the gym every single day. And they worked hard every single day. That is hard to do. That is really hard to do. That takes a toughness and a love for the game. Those two did it, and those two played big minutes for us in postseason. And that's the kind of toughness we had throughout the season from everybody. And, when you have everyone like that pulling together, it's just a good feeling. And it's why we were able to accomplish what we did.
Okay, we have one on Zoom. Maria, go ahead.
Coach, I was going to ask you a question about a freshman and a senior, and you pretty much just answered it about Caroline Striplin. I was going to ask about how much she has been able to use postseason to work her way into.
I think you cut out there. Can you ask the question again, Maria? I think we lost our Zoom
Maria,
feed.
I would answer it, but I don't
Go
know
ahead.
what you want. I know where you're going, but I'm not 100% sure what the question was.
See if we can bring her back up here. So we try to get Maria back up. Do we have any other questions? Let's go ahead and start back, then we'll come back up in front.
Rae Burrell really sparked you guys in the fourth quarter, 15 of her 22 points in the second half, and really just wasn't ready to go home. What does it mean for you to see her be able to kind of reach that level again after, going through an injury, having to come back during SEC play and kind of maybe ending her career on a note like that?
Yeah, this is not how she envisioned her last season going, right? She didn't think she was going to be sitting out with an injury, and then she came back, wasn't 100%, was still able to play. I'm really happy for her that she could go out on a positive game, because when when you're playing and you're this is what you're going to remember. You want it to be something that's going to make you smile, and I'm happy for her that she'll be able to do that.
Okay, I'm going to try to get Maria back here. I'm sorry, still no luck. So let's go ahead and we'll keep
All
it
right,
moving.
no, can you hear me? I think I
there we
got
go.
in this time.
Okay,
Sorry,
go ahead.
apparently
My
connection issues back home in Tennessee. Kelly, I was going to ask you about a freshman and a senior. You pretty much answered it about Caroline Striplin and the work she did in postseason to really make herself part of the post rotation. I do have to ask about Rae, because the assumption was that this was it. And did she leave that door open, or what do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't think she was anticipating getting the question right now. But her plan has been, and it still is, that this was her last game.
And then a quick follow-up, one more person. I know you never want to what if a ball game, but the loss of Jordan Horston, just how difficult did that end up being in hindsight now that the season has ended?
Well, I thought it was difficult before hindsight, Maria. I didn't need hindsight. I knew it. The problem was she wasn't just our leading scorer. She was our leading scorer, our best rebounder, our best defender, leading assists. She did everything for us. And, you might can cover one area, but it's just really hard to cover all of those areas. And that's where I'm telling you, our team just so proud of our team for stepping up and giving it their all to be able to do that. That was hard to do. I mean, that's an All-American candidate that they lost. And, they hung in there and made plays, found ways to win without her. And she's been great. I need to say that. She has been absolutely fantastic. She's had a positive attitude, and I know it's hard. I know personally when you get injured, it's really hard to watch your teammates because you just want to be a part of it. But she's been a fantastic teammate for everybody, and I appreciate that from her.
Okay, let's come up front here.
Yeah, Coach Harper, Michelle Volpe, ESPN.com. If I could ask you too, can you give us a sense of how you think Rae, her game will translate to the WNBA? And I know it's so hard to think about this right now, but you have a lot of great pieces coming back and some additions. Can you give us a sense of what you think the Lady Vols will look like next season?
Yeah. First off, I think Rae has a great ability to score, and she's got great size, great athleticism, and a really good motor. So I think those things are going to be her strengths at the next level. I still think she's still working on getting her explosiveness back. She's not as explosive as she was before her injury, and she'll get there. But sometimes that just takes some time and reps. It is hard to flip the switch and think about next year at this point, but I'm really excited about the returners and what they were able to experience this year. I'm a firm believer in you've got to experience it before you can do it, and it's a long season, and I think they have a better feel of what that is now. Hopefully they're just putting this stuff in their pockets, and they're learning and growing from each experience that they have had.
Okay, got one more question right here.
Kellie, I know that you were used to pressure as a player, but now that you've reached this milestone, you've gone to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2016. Does it feel like there's that standard, there's that expectation that this is where this program can get again, and is that something you look forward to as a coach?
I came to Tennessee as a player to win championships, and I came as a coach to win championships. Our players, that's why they choose to be a Lady Vol. That's the expectation. And, you can look at it as pressure, or you can look at it as that's just the standard. And for us, I think, we want to be the best we can possibly be. That's what we want. We want to be the absolute best we can possibly be. We want to maximize our potential. And as we continue to grow, continue to get a little bit better, hopefully that means we're taking steps forward and really knocking on the door of a championship.
Okay, that's our time. I'd like to thank Coach Harper for
Thank you, guys.
coming up here. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.